Okay, your three-man militia, the basic is every three-man militia, they need to know and understand rifles. They all need to know that. And after they have the understanding of what they need of the rifles, right there, that's the first obligation for a militia, is to be able to use force if they have to. So that's the first thing. Then the next thing, they need to go into learning stuff. And you take your three-man militia, and what you do is you start learning like first aid, and this is what your three-man militia will be, how do you say, known for, will be its first aid. So that's what your militia is going to be known for. So everybody in your militia will know first aid. And if not, that's going to be your hobby for now. You're going to start learning. Anything you can do to learn on this, go to take some first responder classes. And if you got a doctor amongst you, good. If not, go find a doctor that you can talk to, learn stuff. So then you'll learn this stuff in this. And then this is what you're going to be specialized in. Okay, now somebody else will probably want to join, but they want to learn first aid too. So then now you're going to have another one. That'll be the fourth one. You're going to have 4 in there. That's okay. Now you got 4 in your three-man militia. And he's going to start learning all this stuff. Then pretty soon, the 5th is going to come in. And now you have 5 of you, and you're all really good at first aid. Okay, and then sometime or another, people are going to hear about your abilities to be so good, and then you're going to get the 6th one. Okay, as your 6th one comes in, and they learn all this stuff, now you break off into the three-man militia. So now you've got 2 three-man militias. And this is basically the way this thing is going to stay. Now, once you learn this stuff, you can go, if you belong to this one, you can go join this militia over here that is into food. Either how to prepare, how to, logistics, where to get it, how to store it, That's what this three-man militia, this is what they do. And you want to learn how to do it, so you come join them. Now they already got 3, so you're going to be their 4th person. And then you're going to be joining them, and then these people, the one that you're already belong to will keep going. You're just joining this one just to learn, is all you're doing. And then somebody else will come in, 5th and 6th. Eventually, you may want to break off, and then now you belong to 2 three-man militias. Now, the reason you're in to 2 different three-man militias is when the time comes, you may not be able to get to these people. So then, and if it's really a real fine emergency, this three-man militia will be more important than the food militia at this time. Let's say a tornado hits. They need you to get down to the hospital and help out at the hospital. That's what they're going to need your three-man militia doing. Now, after everybody gets calmed down, they don't have no food, stuff like that, then you can go back to these 3, or go back to the original ones that you were learned from and say, here, let me help you, and then now it's going to give them 4 or 5 or 6 so they can do it better, because they're needed now. They are needed, just like you were needed. There's all the other first aid three-man militias will all come together as you're needed. And when you want to learn more stuff, your three-man militia doesn't have to stay with this. This is what you want to be known for, the first aid. But you may want to also learn water purification and stuff like that. I don't know, whatever it is you want to do. You can do it as a group, or you can join another group together, like the food militia and your first aid militia, you get together with them and say, well, hey, let's learn something about water purification. Then you get together and then you go to you know, wherever they do the water, clean the water in your area and learn more about it, how it works. You might want to start getting some equipment for purifying water and stuff like that, and get knowledge, how to test, and this type of stuff. So this is what I'm saying. It just grows and grows and grows, but it stays in three-person increments. Okay, now I say 3 men, but it doesn't mean it has to be men. It can be women. But remember, everyone has to be able to use the gun. They all have to. Everyone has to. That's the first requirement of a militia, is at least be able to take care of themselves. Okay, with a 3-man militia, you have these 3-man militias all over. Like I say, some are in first aid, some are in food, and no telling what they're going to be, but they have them all over. Okay, now you can join together if you have to, but I have them in 3-man increments because during good times, this stuff is fun. You learn stuff, you get to meet people, you get to learn new things that you never thought of, and think a way that you never thought of. So this is really neat. The 3-man militia is really neat. But the reason I have it set up in a 3-man militia is, for one thing, it's easier to organize 2 other people than it would be if you had a whole bunch of people. So that's easy. You can use your friends, and then, like I say, it's easier to learn new stuff. Like if you got 12 people and you all want to come in and learn something, it's difficult. But if you have 2 or 3, it's a lot easier to invite a small militia group in to learn something, or so you can teach them something. But during good times, it's really neat. But the main reason is it's 3-man is during bad times, because when bad times happen, everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people will rat on each other. And that is what's going on. That's where 911 comes in. Don't handle it, let me call, let somebody else handle it. Or you see all these things, you know, call 800, I see somebody, they're teaching us as a society to rat on each other. So, and you will. In Vietnam, they were ratting on each other all the time. So that's why I've got it broke down to this. And that's why when you set up your 3-man militias, you're doing it in different things. So then even if one guy sells out and he's gone, you know, he rats on everybody and you know it, then you stay away from him and you still got enough people to do something and to teach others. And then this person, this bad person that was here, he can't rat on all these people. It's more difficult to rat on them because he doesn't really know exactly what these other militias are doing. Because like I say, yes, you're doing the first aid, but you can do, and all of them have some kind of firearms, you know. But some of these, okay, like you might be in the food militia, but also not only do they do food and logistics, but they also might have special weapons, you know. And this guy won't know what all that these people are into, because these people are known for their food, just like these people are known for their first aid. But other militias don't really realize that these people are also into special weapons and special tactics, combat tactics. So, you know, this is why this person can't rat on these other people and won't break them all down. So this is why we have it broke down to 3-man militia. Okay, as a 3-man militia, it's one of the tactics for combat